Hello and welcome. If you've ever felt like your marketing is just kind of shouting into the void, well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the secret to finding the people who aren't just willing to buy from you, but who are practically waiting for you to just ask.
It really all comes down to this one question, doesn't it? It's not about having the flashiest product or the cleverest ad copy. Nope. The real secret, the absolute game changer, is all about who you're talking to. And maybe even more importantly, how you find them.
Okay, let's dive right into the heart of it. At the most basic level, all marketing lists pretty much fall into two big buckets. On one side, you've got what we call compiled lists. These group people together based on who they are, their job title, age, income, that kind of thing. But on the other side, you've got buyer lists, and these group people by what they do, specifically the fact that they've already bought something. I'm telling you, this little distinction, it is the key to everything.
To really get our heads around this, let's imagine we're climbing a ladder. Think of each rung as a more valuable, more responsive marketing list. We're going to start at the very, very bottom with the stuff that barely works and climb our way up, rung by rung, to the absolute gold mine at the very top.
So down here at the very bottom of the ladder, the lowest rung, we have the phone book method. A total shot in the dark. We can get a tiny bit smarter maybe by focusing on a high-income area, and a little smarter still by filtering for high-income individuals. But notice what we're still doing here. We're just guessing based on demographics.
And here it is. This is the first major leap up the ladder. This is where we stop guessing and we start focusing on what people have actually done. We're talking about targeting proven buyers, people who have already demonstrated that they're comfortable opening their wallet and buying things through the mail or online.
Okay, now we can really start to have some fun. We can stack filters to build an incredibly powerful list. We start with wealthy buyers. Great. Then we narrow it down to just those who've bought something similar to our product. Even better, right? But why stop there? Let's find the ones who've bought it multiple times. And for the final layer of pure gold, we want the ones who spent big money doing it. You see? Every single filter we add makes our targeting exponentially more effective.
So we keep climbing, we keep getting smarter, we're now getting close to the absolute peak of what you can achieve with a list you rent or buy from somebody else. This is where the real pros play.
But wait, we can add one more crucial game-changing filter: recency. A person who bought a similar item last week is infinitely more valuable than someone who bought that same item 5 years ago. Think about it for a second. Buying is a habit, and a recent purchase proves that habit is active and hot right now.
And that brings us to the ultimate proof, the final power-up for a rented list. Is it currently working for someone else? If a competitor is successfully selling to this exact list as we speak, it is no longer a theory. You have found a proven, certified winner.
Okay, so we've reached the top of the rented list ladder. Pretty great, right? But what if I told you we're not at the top of the real ladder yet? See, the most valuable, most profitable lists in the entire world are ones you can never, ever buy.
We've now climbed to the absolute peak of the ladder. Let's call it level 11. This is, without a doubt, the single most profitable group of people you could ever hope to market to. Any guesses what it is?
It's your current customers, the people who are actively buying from you right now. They already know you, they like you, they trust you. All that friction, that doubt, that sales resistance, it's just gone. There's literally no one easier to sell to than a happy existing customer, which is why they are your absolute #1 gold mine.
So what's the next level down? Let's call it level 10. The list that comes in at a very, very close second place.
It's your past customers. Come on, these are people who have already voted with their wallet and said, I trust you. The hardest part of any sale, building that initial trust, is already done. You're not a stranger to them. Re-engaging with this group is one of the highest leverage things you can possibly do in your business.
This whole ladder we just climbed, from the dusty old phone book all the way up to your own customer list, it's all built on one simple, powerful idea. And it's a principle that, once you really get it, it's going to change how you see marketing forever.
And this is it. This is the core principle. You might want to write this down. A person's past actions are the single greatest predictor of their future actions. To put it simply, what someone has done tells you infinitely more about what they're gonna do next than who they are on paper.
This is such a perfect example. Let's say you're trying to raise money for a dog sanctuary. Your first instinct might be to target dog owners. Makes sense, right? That's a demographic. But a far more predictive approach is to target people who have already donated to any cause. It doesn't matter if it's for animals, the environment, or the arts. The action of donating is a much, much stronger signal than the identity of being a dog owner.
So what does all this really mean for you? It means that the single most valuable asset in your business is that list. The list of people who have raised their hand and shown interest, and especially those who have already bought from you. That's your treasure chest.
The legendary marketer Gary Halbert really said it best. If you haven't been building your own email list of prospects and customers, well, you can't change the past. But you can, and you absolutely must, start today. Every single day you wait, you're leaving your most valuable asset just sitting there unbuilt.
So I'm just going to leave you with this one question. Forget about all the complex strategies for just a minute. What is one simple thing you can do right now, today, to start collecting the names of people who are interested in what you have to offer? Because that right there, that's the first step to building your very own personal gold mine. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.